Morning, guys. Just like to say regarding Cobra electronics, I don't sell them or anything, but I've used them for donkey's years. The first thing I had was an AMCB, a US manufactured AMCB from the 70s, I think, and with a decent aerial, an old AMCB, 4 watts CB, and with a decent aerial, I could pick up people from Florida and New York and all the eastern seaboards of mainland US from Britain, from where I am now, like well over 3,000 miles away. And it was donkey's years old and scratched and reliable as hell. I used to run a burner for it, just to show you like how well made some of their stuff is, and you have to say very reasonably priced. I mean, I'm looking at getting a new detector. I'm looking at the IRAD or the 450 made by Cobra, which is like $150, $200 plus import tax, and I was shocked, well, disturbed to find when you go on eBay and you put in IRAD, and this is the genuine IRAD, which obviously has voice alerts and connects to your smartphone, and you look on eBay or Alibaba and it's the same. This is UK eBay, but it's exactly the same in America, I believe. Look what we find: loads and loads of cheapo Chinese fakes, some of them being sold in Britain here. I mean, that is not, that little black thing there, that ugly little box, is a cheapo, nasty, 50 cent to make Chinese fake. I mean, okay, they're selling it for £49 here, which is what, 50 or 55, $60. But I mean, it's not even worth $5 in truth. I've had a couple of these where they won't even work out of the box. There was one of these I bought a couple of years ago, and it wouldn't even trigger until I put it next to my genuine Cobra, and then it triggered off the harmonic signal, that was given off by my decent detector, and then it came alive. I mean, most of these I would be surprised if they even work out of the box. You can get similar fakes for like, $5, $8, something like that, but they're banging them up to $4,900. None of these are genuine fakes. So see here it shows you it next to an iPhone, but you can clearly see that item there, this item here, is not anything like the genuine Cobra. This is the IRAD. I'm probably going to get to 500, but it just shows you. I mean, you've got somebody, sellers like Uniden and Escort, and they're selling things which they reckon are so super detectors. They're selling them for 400, 500 US dollars, and in truth, without a jammer, none of them bloody work. They're all useless, because with pop radar, Ka band pop radar in the US now, which is the only place it's used, the policeman points his gun, radar gun, presses the trigger, it gives off it emits nothing before he presses the trigger, it gives off a little burst, and he's got your speed in 0.3, 0.4 of a second. I could actually get it up on a tab. You can read it on the manuals for these speed guns, for the Ka radar, and especially all the LiDAR guns, like the Laser 4, all of them. They all get your speed in 0.3, 0.4 of a second. So all you're doing, really, by paying for $400-500 for an Escort Max, Escort 360, Redenso bullshit detector, all you're doing is giving yourself a false sense of security. You think, oh well, I've got some protection, I won't do 40 in a 30, I'll do 50 in a 30, because that will warn me, won't it? Well, realistically, no, it won't. I've been hit loads of times by police LiDAR guns. They're just swapping over from the ultralight series to the the blue one. Anyway, in the UK, and when he presses the trigger, he gets your speed instantly. So without a jammer to delay the speed reading, you're absolutely stuffed. I'm involved in the LiDAR protection field. I actually do lower cost jammers, which you can have a look at if you like, or you can fork out, spend, including install, about $3,000 to $6,000 for a LED American Soul Jammer. But I just want to point out the number of fakes, and oh my heavens, all these ones here is Atom. All these are Chinese rubbish fakes. Ah, there we go, we found a genuine one. You can clearly see You can clearly see with the orange mute button and the general look of the unit, that is a correct unit. That is the only correct unit on it. It's also, you know, the correct price. Correct price range anyway. All these ones probably won't even work. And if you do have any voice, from my experience with Chinese detectors with voice alerts, it sounds like a crazy Japanese general screaming commands. You won't even be able to understand it, and you certainly won't be able to bear it. If you get one of these, just sell it on for what it is, get a few quid back, or just throw it in the trash. I threw a couple of mine in the trash. There's some red and blue ones for sale on here, also sold as Cobras. I might be able to find it quickly. And I was the first one to import them, and they do not even have a laser detector diode inside them. They have no laser detection whatsoever in some of these fakes. There we go, another Cobra fake. I was the first one to review these. Absolute garbage. It's not a Cobra. I contacted Cobra regarding them. I mean, if you're curious and you want to have a look at it, fine. At least this model did have a detection diode at the front. I didn't have a LiDAR gun at that moment, so I couldn't check if it actually worked on laser. But at least that one does have a detection diode. It's got a plain red display. On the voice alert ones, the Chinese cheapos, it's horrendous. You can't even understand it. These are very good. I've just had one. I recently had one of these, and these are very good. These are genuine Cobras. You can clearly see the difference. Just check out the model number on Google, because if it comes up that Cobra's never made it, you know it's a fake. This is another genuine Cobra here. Very good value. This is without voice alerts, but I'm sure it'll be very sensitive. And they also have great muting features where you can mute it below whatever 2000 revs, 3000 revs. Intel mute. Here we go, another fake Cobra, another garbage fake Cobra. I think anyway, possibly not. That could be a genuine one actually. And the price and the mention of Aura, that could be a genuine one. This is a genuine Cobra. This is like the one I've recently had stolen. Yeah, I quite like these, but they only seem the Cobra Vendetta, but they only seem available in Russian, which leads me to believe this could also be a fake. That looks like a genuine one, but hard to be sure. It's hard to be sure because they're so happy to put the Cobra mark on. There we go, there's that Cobra fake again. Absolute garbage these. They come in a nice bubble pack. The instruction book is identical to the original Cobra, but the numbers don't match. Cobra's never made this number, and the instruction booklet they give you with it bears no relation to the detector. You know, it's got none of the good functions which a genuine Cobra has. Here we are. These are the ones I reviewed. I actually threw one of these in the bin, in the trash. This is the one that has no laser detection at all. I took it apart, and on this laser eye here, it's just a piece of black plastic that sticks down inside the case, and it doesn't direct or connect to anything because there's nothing there to connect it to. So be careful, guys. Here are these scam things. I mean, it's cheap. It's got a radar horn, but as I say, radar's largely gone now. There's only, I think there's 1 or 2 states in America. Even in America, they use it because it could possibly, they reckon, vaguely affect the officer's health in the future. So beware of these scam ones, guys, and beware of these $400, $500, $600 detectors. They're all made for $1 in China. Don't go there. Just stick to something like, if you get a reasonable escort or these Cobras, which I personally like, just go for something like this. They're just as good, if not better, and they're built very solidly. You can drop them, throw them, crack them, and they will still keep working. I've got one in my outbuilding, and I've had it for 5-6 years, and it's covered in scratches. It's been thrown out the car window, and still survived it, and it still works perfectly. So there you go, guys. So be careful of these Cobra fakes or any fakes. That's the genuine one on cobra.com/products. if you're going to be looking at a reasonable price one, go for one of these, not these Alibaba, eBay crap fakes. Okay, see you guys.